Sathya Sai Baba's trust is rubbish to close devotee Isaac Tigrit's claims of knowing a secret told by the spiritual leader himself.
Bhagwan had a one-to-one interaction with a lot of people. And this was a devotion, it was an interaction between God or a guru and devotee. So really speaking, if you ask me, it's all one's own personal experience. Swami's administration was different from whatever personal relationships were built between devotee and the guru. And those personal relationships had really nothing to do with the administration of the ashram. But whenever some instruction was given, and Bhagwan wanted action to be taken on that instruction, invariably he would come and tell the administration, like the secretary. Somebody has got instructions from Bhagwan, it is their bounden duty to pass it on. And they can't expect us to go and ask him, do you have instructions, what the instruction is, why don't you give it to us? If Bhagwan has given it to him in sacred trust, then it is his business to come and tell. If he doesn't, he can't expect us to go and ask him. And I don't think, that those instructions or whatever discussions he had with Bhagwan are really relevant today because they're all, so-called personal instructions.
Right, Anthony is reporting on this story, joining us live. Anthony, the key question is, why is Sathya Sai Baba's close devotee making these claims at this point? The timing is really, what is raising a lot of eyebrows. Does it really pertain to the Sai Baba's trust which is functioning, and is there any cause of concern with regards to money being moved out of the trust?
Well, that's right. The timing is the key question. At this point in time, Isaac Tigrit has come out saying that possibly there is a will and he is the living will. In fact, Sathya Sai Baba has given him instructions. Now, he made this announcement at Mumbai in front of a lot of devotees. In fact, it was the devotees who told Times Now that there is a will and Mr. Isaac Tigrit is the living will. So this is the position that Isaac Tigrit has been holding. Meanwhile, the trustees have been claiming that they are not going to ask Isaac Tigrit if there is a will. If there is some instruction of that sort, he should come out in the open and give it out, but they are not going to ask him. In fact, they even went to the extent of saying that if there is something like that, those instructions they are not relevant at this point in time since the master is no more. Well, certainly a lot of activity taking place in and around Puttaparthi. There are allegations that money has been moved out of the Yajur Mandir. In fact, top sources within the government as well as the police have been telling us that there is money being moved out. In fact, 35 lakhs worth of cash has been seized at the borders of Andhra Pradesh. In fact, the police were alert to get hold of this money. They've seized this money. In fact, investigations are on as to where this money has coming from, but we understand this is coming from the Yajur Mandir. In fact, some sources are telling us there is more money than the money that they initially found at the Yajur Mandir. There's a claim that the trustees made that 11.34 crores was found within the Yajur Mandir in the form of cash, gold, silver and various other ornaments. But let's remember, it was only the trustees that were sent inside. None of the government officials, no police officials, nobody else was allowed inside. Now, there is suspicion that possibly there is some more money within the Yajur Mandir which is hid behind false ceilings. Now, whether that is true or not, only time will tell. But meanwhile, the will, which everybody thought will be within the Yajur Mandir, as there is no written will that has come out, but this claim by Sathya Sai Baba's most famous devotee is something that we'll have to wait and watch what really is the will and whether the trustees will want him to speak about it.
All right. In fact, hold your thoughts. Let's listen in now to Sathya Sai Baba's devotee speaking to the media earlier.
Sai Baba started giving me a series of interviews, a number. And in those series of interviews, he told me exactly how he wanted Prashanti Nilayam to run. He also had a witness, which is so important, who was there as I asked him over 170 questions about how he wanted me to do this. And he said, "This is our secret. You tell no one." Now, I simply have this to say. I will, at his approval, give this information to the Sai organization if they wish to approach